Hi there and welcome to Speed Skating Deconstructed, what makes a skater great, with the ice season just around the corner. Looking forward to a great new season out there, and we've got just a few tips for you here as you begin the season. A lot of you old pros may know this already, so it may be a good reminder for you anyhow. We all get kind of stuck in patterns and habits and ruts. It's good to get a fresh perspective, and that's what I want to share with you today. If you're a developmental skater, you're just coming up, these are good things to know early. So let's go to it. A few tips to help you transition to the ice. First of all, we're about less is more at this channel. A lot of times bad habits can be built and forged through too much of doing the bad thing over and over. So when you're on the ice, refuse to do bad stuff. That means limit the time you're doing non-specific training modules. For example, long, slow skating. That doesn't relate to a fast race. If your goal is a 24-second lap, 2 in a row with a 16 opener, doing 33-second laps out there will not help you. In the old days, that kind of grind out the training, be out there for a long time and get your volume in, well, those days are over. Why? Because it's more refined, more specific. You can dial in your training now in a constant, controlled environment, and you know your targets. You know your speeds that you want to achieve both at sea level and at altitude. So you work backward from that speed, and nowhere in that is a 33 or 35-second lap. Of course, slow training can be part of it, but a very, very small part. And what you want to use that slow training for is finesse and timing and moving and blade control and balance. But that should be a very small part of it. Next thing, skating in a long train with a whole bunch of people, stupid. That's over. Unless you're a marathoner or an inliner and you got a jockey for position, or you're a mass start athlete, yes, of course. But if you're an individual performer in an individual speed skating race, that type of training is a mistake. Why? Because all it does, you hide behind someone else, you hide in their slipstream, you hide in their technique, and then you get to the front and you're faced with skating your own. But if you're doing 20 laps and only 2 or 3 of them you're leading, that's 17 laps. You're building false timing that isn't yours, and then when you get to the front, you have to kind of relearn your own technique. So it's a big waste of time. The opportunity cost is very high to do long, slow laps in a group for a speed skater. Keep that in mind. Speed skating when you get on the ice. Not skating, it's speed skating. So keep that at the forefront of your efforts. Last thing for this video, inners and outers. A lot of skaters skate very few outers in their training. They save it up for before the race week, say let's do an inner or outer on a tempo. No, you need to do that all year long. Why? Because that's your race habitat. A football player doesn't play with a 67% big ball and throw that around as a quarterback, or high hurdler doesn't train only on low hurdles. You need to hit the demands you're going to hit in the race. And there's a lot of finesse between lanes, entries, exits, transition on the crossing straight, tactics, strategy, and timing. Timing of where that entry is going to be, where that exit's going to be, how it's going to relate to the next entry and exit. Those are huge things you need to master in training prior to being in a race. When you do that, you'll get there and you'll be confident. I know exactly what to do. I know what to do if this skater comes in front of me. I know how to look at Shawnee Davis, master a track pattern. So you need to master your track pattern. The only way to do that is not to have it be some surprise on race week, but you're doing it year in, year out, day in, day out. Look at Niels van der Poel's training. So I hope that helps launching the season. We'll be back with more. Your comments, questions, always love to hear them, ideas for the videos, and also please subscribe. We're always building the channel and we're building it for you. So until next time, we'll see you from Speed Skating Deconstructed, what makes a skater great. Keep skating great.